Hello, Facebook. It's Mickey Wright. I'm with beautysuperstars.com. Just here to share a few little organizing tips. Happy New Year. It's the beginning of the year and a really great time to start thinking about organization and kind of getting things off on the right foot. So it looks like folks are starting to join. Hi, Danielle. It's like what? We're talking about organizing, getting organized this holiday season. It's all over. It's time to get back to the real groove. Hey, Renee, Lori, hey. So hopefully I can share a few tips, and I'm open to you guys sharing some as well that help you with getting organized. I, for one, was not born. Happy New Year. I was not born organized. I don't know if any of you guys, hi. It's like, thanks for joining me. If any of you guys are the born organized type, I have a sister that's like that. She has everything in order all the time, and it's just the way she is. And I, on the other hand, have things kind of flying around sometimes. But in order to be successful, hey, Marianne, welcome. Hey, Renee. Hey, Keisha. Welcome, everybody. Everybody's ready to get organized, it looks like, huh? So let's get this party started. Let's get this year kicked off on the right track. So I'll just share a couple of things. Like I said, I wasn't born organized, and so I've just learned a few things that helped me along the way. Hi, Simone. Welcome. And to be successful is like we really need to put some things in order, at least some of the time. And so I'm just going to share a few things, 3 things in particular that have been really helpful for me, and they're like kind of unrelated. So take what you can, use what you can, throw the rest back. I'll share a couple resources that I think are really good. And this first one is for all your stuff. Does anyone have a lot of stuff? Maybe you guys could put a 1 in there if you're the kind of person that has a lot of stuff. Like not quite a hoarder, but maybe just a little bit on the edge of there's rooms that you go into and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Let me close the door. Or maybe it's your office desk, or maybe it's your station at work. So I'm not sure, but I have challenges with that. Okay, I've got a friend. Thank you, Simone. But one of the things that I learned as far as doing that, getting organized when I go into a room or look at an area and it's just overwhelming and it's like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to start or know where to start. So I just close the door and walk back out. But obviously that doesn't solve the problem. So one of the tips that I've learned, and it's from a book, something about organizing for creative people. I should have brought that book out too. But it suggests putting all the like things together. So say we take a room, for example, and we go into the room. If we start with books, let's get everything that's a book and put all of those books in one area. Everything that's a piece of clothing, we put all of the clothes in one area. Everything that's a piece of paper, put everything in one place. And from there, it's like you start to see that there's a room underneath, and then you have all of these kind of mini piles. Hi, Derek. Hi, Kendra. Welcome. You have mini piles, and so then let's say maybe you have the paper pile. And so what I'll do from there is just sort out either it's mail or it's not. So then I end up with 2 piles. So I have all the mail together, and then I have all of the other papers together, and then I can start to subdivide some of those. Hey, Mandra, welcome. And so really just kind of making it so that it's manageable. Bite-sized pieces, I guess you could say, but putting all of those things together. Hey, Kelly, welcome. Putting all of the like things together has really been a lifesaver for me because it takes the overwhelm out. So then I have, say a pile of clothes, a pile of books, and a pile of papers, and the room looks like a room, and I can know where to start from there. So, hey, some hugs back. Hey, Tammy, welcome. And so that's my tip number 1 is if you have challenges with getting things organized, put all the like things together. And I see Kendra. Oh, somebody's tagging somebody, I think. I'm still learning this stuff, guys. Thanks for the love. I love the love. Love to see all those hearts bouncing around, so thank you. And it looks like Ilsa, welcome. And so, you guys ready for another tip? Does that help anybody? It looks like it's helping people because I'm seeing a lot of love. So yeah, even with your, say, drawer at work, I need to go through mine. I need to get one of those silverware dividers to put, separate different things into, categories so it's easier to find them, and then have my tools on one side and all of the other stuff on the other side instead of it all being in one big blob of, like, how do I sort through? And I happen to work with actually a couple young ladies who do a fabulous job with setting up their station. It's something that we learned when we were in school. You have a guest coming in and you know what service they're getting. You have all of your tools out. If they're getting hair color, you've got your bowl, you've got your brush, maybe you pull the colors. Some people put the color in the bowl, but I really don't like doing that because I like to actually have a consultation, even a mini consultation, to make sure we're still doing the same thing on the same page, or if there's been a change, because we get in, clients get in the chair and it's like, oh, I think I'll try this today. And then you've got all this color that you poured into the bowl. So I don't like to do that, but I do like to have things out a little bit. But my suite mates have all of their things really well organized, and I love seeing it. It's like, oh, it's a great inspiration. Hi, LaRonda, welcome. And so, hi, Charlene. Somebody from the warm weather climate, Charlene. I don't know about you guys. They say 90% of the country is in this freeze, but it's been really cold here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think the wind chill was between 0 and 5 this morning. So everybody bundle up, stay safe, check on folks that may need to be checked on. And hopefully we'll have some warm weather coming here sometime soon. But for my second tip is around getting ready for tax time. And I'm hoping that there's no one on here that is the kind that takes this big shoebox to their accountant with all the receipts for the year in it and just says, here. Because I know a lot of accountants give you that thing right back and say, here, sort this out first. And of course, there's a lot of different ways to sort out our things online, a lot of different programs. It's like I have a couple spreadsheets that I like to use. There's a system, an online system called Outright.com. It's like I'm going to get you guys some information on that. But that one's a really cool one to use to kind of separate and sort out. QuickBooks is a standard, something that's been around a long time. But I found that for QuickBooks, hi Janelle, Happy New Year. For QuickBooks, it's, to me, for a little bit bigger operation. I'm not sure about the new QuickBooks. They have a QuickBooks Online that's for small business people, so I haven't fully checked that out. But I know the regular system, it's really good. It's really complete, but you have to go through a lot of, it has to go in one side and out the other, and so you've got a lot of checks and balances. So it was great when I had my salon and spa, and we had a much larger operation. But I don't really use it as much as a independent small business person. So anyway, there's a few things online, but what about those receipts? And what about when you need to find one of those receipts for something that needs to either be corrected, or you need to double check, or your accountant or someone else has a question about something? How do you keep them handy? And I'm going to show you. Hey Marta, Happy New Year. So glad you guys are joining. So I'm going to show you my tip, my trick. It's really inexpensive. You can't beat it. And here it is. Dun, da, da, da. Ziploc bags. I have one for every month. As you can see, I wrote the month and the year on it. And at the end of the year, I have 12 of these things. Sometimes I use the bigger ones, which you can use. And especially if you have a lot of things that come as invoices, the big ones can be really good. But I just use the bags, and tell me if you guys think that's something that'll help you. So each month, everything is in here, and so as I go along, I just stick it in the month. At the beginning of the month, like I'll make out one for January of 2018, and then I'll put my receipts in as I go. Once a week, I try to record them and try to get them in there. So I'm seeing lots of likes out there. So good deal. So this is a great way. So if you ever need to refer back to. And when I do my totals, I put them in kind of like reverse order, so I can just, I see a yes ma'am, be able to easily, if I ever need to refer back, if I have a return to make or something like that, I know, okay, well, I bought that in October. So I can go back to October's thing in like 2 minutes. I have my receipt, and I don't have to wonder where my receipts are in the first place. And I don't have to wonder if it's in there. I don't have to wonder, like, you know, what if something happens and I need to find something that is going to be a 6-hour process of digging through a whole bunch of different places. I know right where they are. And then at the end of the year, I gather them up and I put them into a bag of some sort that I can label with whatever year it is, and it makes it really simple. So I have everything together. And then this time of year, we start getting things like 1099s and W-2s, and other tax information that might come from your bank and stuff that you need to go to your accountant. And I just take all of those things as they come in the mail and put them in the same, you know, little tote bag, you know, kind of like your grocery store bag with the little handles. Put them all together so I have the whole year all together. So then when it's time to get the taxes done, you can really have everything organized and everything in one place and not be looking for stuff, because if you're like me, you spent some years looking for stuff. And so that's tip number 2. So tip number 3, I see Kelly. Oh, hugs me. Oh, okay. Yes, Barry Golden, Virginia. Yep, you guys are right around the corner, a little bit north, so I know it is. Bundle up. Oh, thank you for the great video. I appreciate it. So you guys ready for number 3? Everybody put a 3 in there if you're ready for number 3, because I'm going to share one of my favorite tools for, you know, some organization with time and the stuff that we want to do in the time. And last week I talked a little bit about our calendar and using our calendar and how we really need to be in touch with our calendar and finding out, you know, ahead of time what things are coming up, what planning needs to happen prior to. I mentioned a client that I coach has been setting up. Oh, I see. Thanks, Marta. Has been setting up her Valentine's Day promotion. You know, when we were talking in November, December, she had it already laid out, but we didn't have all of the things in place to actually put it into motion. And so, you know, I said all of that stuff has to be ready because it needs to be rolling out in the middle of January, which is now about a week and a half or so away. And so we really got to start planning ahead. And someone was telling me, hey, Boundless Lola, Happy New Year. Hey, Renee. And LaTanya, we're getting a lot of folks. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining. But yeah, being ahead of, you know, it's like I was hearing in Target that already all the Valentine stuff is already out, because it's like they're doing theirs, you know, 6 months ahead. We don't have to start quite that early, but we need to start, you know, looking ahead at our calendar, seeing what's coming up instead of always living in the moment. And I see Deidre Harris. Hey, Brenda, LaTanya. Miss you too, Lola. So anyway, it's like this is one of my favorite things. I just got my brand new one. That's the picture that I showed on the promotion for this about getting organized. But this is a planner pad. I'm going to see if I can actually show you why I love it. But this is my brand new baby, 2018, all ready to rock and roll. This is my 2017, which is still kind of filled up with a few extra papers and such, but that's 2017. And I just pulled out one just at random to show how long I've been using them. But this is my 2005 planner pad. And I love these because you have everything all in once, and it helps you with your planning. I'll show you how it's set up. It's set up in 3 different parts. So it's like at the top, you can create whatever categories you want to focus on, either for that week, or, you know, you can do it week by week. Some people keep the same categories. I tend to change it up, you know, depending on what's going on. So I'm getting ready for the Long Beach Hair Show, so that'll be, you know, one of the topics at the top. And hi, Zoe. Hi, Sheila. Welcome, everybody. But this is how it looks. At the top, there's a section where you can just put your categories, and it's like I might have one for groceries and stuff I have to pick up with errands. I can have all my business stuff, all my personal stuff all together. Then this middle section, if you can see, has the days of the week, and it has each date. And so it's like a things to do category. So once you put at the top the things that you want to do, then you can like scroll them down and say, okay, well, I'm going to do that on Wednesday, and you put that on the Wednesday top. And then on the very bottom, it has actually the times where you can actually start to fill in what your day will look like, or what your day did look like. You can fill it in backwards if you want as well. But it keeps everything kind of neat and handy. And if there's a note or there's a phone number, there's a little phone number section that it has, and things to track your mileage and expenses and all of that. But if there's a number that I need to have, I can go back to my planner pad and see. If there's a date I need to find out, when did I do such and such, I can go back to my planner pad and see, and it's all in one place. And I love still using the paper, and I do actually a couple of different paper forms of my calendar. I'm seeing some likes, so I thank you guys to check out the theplannerpad.com if you haven't already gotten a paper planner that you like. I personally like using both paper and digital. It's like I have some online tools that really help me stay organized. It's like it's probably a little more cumbersome for some people, but everybody, you get to choose for yourself, what works best for you. Thanks for the love, but I hope this is helping with getting organized for the upcoming year, because there's nothing worse than kind of being that person that's running around with your head cut off, and nobody knows what you're doing, if you're going to show up, if it's going to be on time, if it's going to be whatever. Later on, I'm going to do another segment that's on, like, why are you always running late, at the salon. That's one of the things our clients hate, is that we don't stay on time, and part of it has to do with several different things. So it's like we'll talk about some of those things at a later time. But if you guys have any questions about organization, you could feel free to put them in the comment section. Thanks for the love. And if you want to share, something that you got out of tonight, that'll be great as well. But getting organized, it's an ongoing thing, which is one of the reasons that I don't really love it, because it's like you have to keep doing it. But any tips that work for you as a creative person, we'd all love to know more as well. So hi, is it Aline and Paula and Dana, Zoe? It's like, everybody, Happy New Year. And I want to let you guys know too, it's like I do private coaching. I work with folks in the beauty industry, and really want to kind of go one-on-one with a few folks. I've got like 7 spaces to work with people on a one-on-one basis across the year, these next 12 months, to do a monthly coaching where we look at what exactly is going on for you, and what is it that you want to improve, whether it's increasing your income, whether it's increasing the profitability, whether it's changing the type of clientele, whether it's moving into another direction altogether. All of those things need a plan, and a lot of times we need someone who may have been ahead of us, and kind of seen the terrain, laid it out, and has a map and says, hey, come on, just go this way. This is the faster route. Hi, Kimberly, welcome. Or it could be a lot of times, and I don't know if this is true for you guys, I know it's true for me, which is why I need coaches and mentors too, it's like we don't know what we don't know. There are things that subconsciously we block ourselves from our blessings, and sometimes they keep happening over and over again. And so those are the kind of things that I love helping people kind of get over that particular hurdle, so that they really can shine, have their star shine bright. So hi, Morgan. Welcome. It's like we've got lots of love going on, so thank you guys for the love. I love working with beauty professionals. I love working with people, just really seeing people reach their goals. It doesn't even have to be in the beauty industry, but that's my background. But I hope some of these tips have been helpful. There's a great website you could check out as well, which is flylady.net. I'm going to do a post probably tomorrow on something that they sent out, a sponsored post or whatever, but it's like that's been helpful with different tips to kind of get things organized. But if you have any other questions, hi, Jill. Haven't seen you in a little while. Hi, Chloe. Welcome. Happy New Year, everybody. And so those are my 3 tips for getting organized. The first one is all about our space. And that's getting everything together, like things together. You know, if it's books, you know, collect all the books together, collect all the clothes together. Even with papers, some people do like the stickies, or you end up with all these little notes. Put all your little notes together, and then maybe get a separate notebook and just put I'm not doing a good job of holding this up. Put the little bits of paper, staple them all into a notebook so that you actually have them all together, so that when you actually go to look for them, they're not scattered all over everywhere. So that's another, I guess, bonus tip, as you could say. But putting the like things together really helps make things so it's manageable, and so it feels like, okay, so now I'm just going to work on the books. You know, is it a book I want to keep? You know, and maybe it's clothes in the same way. Is it clothes that I want to keep? Are they clean clothes? Are they dirty clothes? You know, where do they go? Where do they need to go? Do they need to go out the door? Do they need to go into the laundry? Do they need to go into the closet? You know, and putting all of those things in place. The same with papers. You know, what kind of filing system are you going to have? Is it stuff that needs to be trashed? And getting rid of and reducing the bulk of the paper, and at least having it into sections so that if you need something, you can actually find it or have a hope of finding it. And so, yeah, that's the number one thing I shared, was just putting like things together to organize your space, or start to organize the space. The second thing is getting ready for, or keeping up with, I guess you should say, with all your receipts and that type of thing. And there may be some other things that you can think that would be great in a Ziploc bag, and be able to keep all those things together, have them all organized so that when you need them, you can access them, and they're not all over the place and needing to be sorted later. And the last thing is working with a planner, whether it's online, offline, the planner pads like I love, but getting some tools that really support you in being your best, going out and being able to be of service in the world and spread the things that you're supposed to share. And so I want to encourage you all to keep reaching for the stars. And I don't think I see any questions or anything like that, but if you have any questions, throw them on real quick. I'll try to see if I can answer. But I appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening to join me. Please feel free to visit beautysuperstars.com, and I had a sale on over the weekend for my book, one of my best-selling books, which is Get More Clients, Make More Money Fast. So if you need more clients, like you need air, I would suggest checking it out. I've extended it for another, it'll be off tomorrow night. So if you haven't picked up the book, it's an ebook. You can download it. It's really easy to read. It's step-by-step, takes you through everything that you need to do, a specific promotion to get clients in your chair fast. So any questions, just feel free to reach out to me, message me, or what have you. So I want to wish you guys a fabulous 2018. And it's like I'm hoping that this is your year. I'm hoping this is my year, and we can do this thing together. If you are interested in considering the private coaching and want to have a conversation about what that looks like, feel free to message me as well. And I will look forward to seeing you guys. I'm still doing my 30 videos in 30 days with 30 tips to help you with building your business. And I got off track yesterday. I didn't get anything on here, but I will be back tomorrow. So have a wonderful evening. I'm Mickey Wright. I'm with beautysuperstars.com. I help hairstylists to be able to win in this industry, to be able to get more clients, to increase their income, and to gain more confidence. So love you all. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon.